Nigeria Special Public Works Program. The committee's chairman is Professor Sam Obaseki.
Excellency, on behalf of the 20-member committee, candidates that were selected in Edo State, first and foremost, I would like to thank you for the support you have given us. You were ably represented in the committee by Honorable Ogiagbe. We got all your messages. And we also want to thank you for partaking in the launching of the implementation phase. You were very busy that day, but we also understood that your heart was with us because you had sent one of your staff to ably represent you. This is really the first time we've had the opportunity to share with you what this program is all about, also the progress we have made. We tried a few times. We're not as lucky as today, so I want to thank Bishop Kure for facilitating this meeting this morning. The program started, the beginning of the program, August, September, and we started working. We wanted to meet with you at the time, not just to invite you to celebrate the program in Edo State, but to also make sure we have a program where we would constantly update you on the progress of the work. Many of us were very, very happy because for us, it was going to add to the Edo State economy. Any economy today in Nigeria where you are pumping over 1.2 billion is good for the economy of that state. And we were also particularly thrilled by the fact that the recipients have a very high marginal propensity to consume. So whatever money we put in their pocket, they're going to spend it. So that would be good for Edo State economy. We have done quite well. It was very tough. The reason I wanted to meet with you anxiously, knowing you for who you are, was to enlist your support in terms of logistics, in terms of security. You know, the time this program started was also the election period. But we managed. I want to commend all the members of the committee. They actually went into using their resources to make this happen. So this visit today is to update you on the progress we have made. We have passed the stage for selection. We just completed the supplementary list that we needed to include to the list. We have also launched the implementation stage. We have been told the committee is to continue to work with the zonal coordinator of the NDE to make sure the implementation is successful. Some of the equipment have actually been distributed among all the local government areas. So the workers will begin work in earnest very soon. In some places they have actually started work. So I want to appreciate you, Your Excellency. And we will always come to you We're all in Edo State, looking forward to your leadership and your kindness, particularly toward this kind of program that is good for the masses, the itinerant workers in Edo State. So permit me, Your Excellency, I don't really like talking for too long. There's this letter just for documentation purposes, if you allow me to just capture the essence of this visit. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, who's having a government health, letter of appreciation, an appeal for assistance for the successful implementation of the federal government of His Excellency, sir, the implementation committee members sincerely wish to appreciate you for your wonderful assistance given to the committee before the flag off of the 774K Extended Special Public Works Program in Edo State. The program is now at the implementation stage with the tools and equipment being distributed to the 18 local government areas and appointment of supervisors in the local government areas and wards for effective and efficient works coordination. The committee sincerely appeals to His Excellency to assist us with logistics, like project vehicles, financial assistance, and security to successfully carry out this national assignment. We look forward to Your Excellency's kind assistance. Thank you very much for listening.
Federal Government of Nigeria Special Public Works Program to Government House for this visit. I recall that a similar program was launched a couple of years ago. So I think this is an extension of that original program. In a recession as we have, this is a classic tool, a classic Keynesian tool to reflate any economy by trying to look for activities to try and put as many people to work as a means of stimulating the economy. So it's a very welcome development and it's an ideal tool. However, as in many such things in Nigeria, we are a bit concerned about implementation. I watched the first implementation very carefully, and it will seem as if it was just an attempt to put people's money in people's pockets without helping them create a culture of work. And I'm not sure I've seen a report on the implementation, the success and outcomes of that first phase. Maybe it exists, and the lessons we could have learned from that phase as we begin to implement the second phase of the same program. During the phase, we actively worked and supported the NDE and the federal government, and they were supposed to work very closely with our local governments. We're supposed to have co-defined the activities and monitored attendance and performance on those roles. I don't know to what extent that happened. So you have a situation where you have projects like this that are conceived by federal government. There are sports, they just come in sports. Money is released, work is supposed to have been done, and it's over. The people who worked have, that if they did work, have tested work, and we don't know where they are today and what they are doing. Whereas, if we had organized and said, okay, even if it is street cleaning, if it is greening at certain areas, even after the program has ended, they would have acquired some skill, and we may have been able to look for other agencies or aspects of government to sustain them going forward. So that long-term benefit of a program like this, we haven't benefited from. And our worry is that this may go the same way. Everything in Nigeria is seen from a very political lens. And so my appeal to you is that don't see this as a federal government program. See it as a program for Nigerians and the Edo people. There has to be sacrifice. We have to reduce the amount of bureaucracy that we need, deploy in programs like this. You should just be midwives. We cannot now begin to create project vehicles, and all the infrastructure. They exist. If we're working closely with established institutions at the state and local government levels, then we can ride on what they have. So, my advice is, the country is in very dire straits. We don't have too much resources as a country. We need to, as much as possible, spread as efficiently as possible the little we have. And it calls for sacrifice by everybody. I want to assure you that as a state, we are very, very anxious about our people. We're very, very concerned making sure that we put people to work. I have enumerators who are going around every day. They just completed Oredo. And the statistics I'm seeing are very, very troubling and worrisome. I have about 19,000 people who don't have anything doing from what we've enumerated so far, mostly in this state, to move again. It's less about ourselves and the system that is broken. On that note, I want to thank you, the head of service and the aid advisor we have detailed to work with you on this project. Some of the things you're looking at and the resources you need to support your work is already available. We'll provide the security we can, but know that federal government has more security than we do.
And with that expository response from Mr. Governor, we've come to the end of this event. Mr. Governor may wish to take a group photograph.
Head of service.